you ready for the next piece of news?
Let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to bring this up because we're still hot off the precipice of these new consoles, right? It's all we're going to talk about until we know what this thing is.
Can I just say I like how you merged like two colloquialisms together? Hot off the precipice.
You like that? That's just off the top of my brain, too. Yeah. It's a beautiful mind situation.
I appreciate it. Combining them all into one.
So there was a cool interview here about with one of the PlayStation heads.
Yeah.
And they were talking about like, when are you guys going to announce this? What do you think the price is going to be?
Because they've acknowledged that it exists, like with the logo announcement and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that the PS5. We obviously know. We've seen literally what the Xbox
Series X
looks like. God, these naming schemes.
I know.
But Sony hasn't actually said we're ready to give you a console. All they said is this thing exists. Here is the logo. It's all. Other than that, it's like smoke and mirrors.
The logo
from Sony at least.
Exactly.
The logo.
Did you see their logo reveal?
The PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the video of
they
it.
revealed it.
Oh yeah.
They revealed it.
CES?
Yeah. I watched it in Lyric Stream with 30,000 people.
Someone did a meme video of like this is the reveal, and it was like
a Photoshop,
and then it was a person going like backspace, and the number one
and then it was 5.
Five.
Same text.
Why would they reveal that?
Beautiful.
They revealed their workflow.
It's about building hype, right? It's about building that excitement, I think they're doing it. And we're definitely ready for it. And here's what I think we got out of this interview. A lot of people are talking about is that they are waiting for Microsoft to announce their price, because I think they want to get ahead of the competition for pricing this thing. And I feel like Microsoft is also waiting to announce the price, because they don't want to have what happened to them in 2012 when they announced $500 and Sony went $400.
Yep.
That was one of the nails in that coffin back then.
What is too late to announce? I guess technically no one has to, right?
No,
they could
don't.
just drop it.
They could be like
Black Friday this year. Could be a new console out of nowhere.
I mean, that's way late. I don't think that's entirely possible.
But there's no rules to this, right? They could play that game.
Well, what you think they'll be like? Pre-orders are live, but how much is it? What am I putting down? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can you do that?
I don't know. I don't think anybody knows.
They'd have to give you the price of the pre-order. Actually, that's not true, because you can pre-order the Tesla truck and they only have projected prices right now.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. You put $1,000 down, or is it $100? It's $100. Completely refundable.
To reserve it.
Yeah, exactly. My buddy did do it.
You put $100 down on a car,
and you get
to reserve it.
And
the Cybertruck
goes
we're talking
towards
about
the
specifically.
truck.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
and it goes towards the truck, but it's completely refundable. It's just to put your name in that line.
It's weird.
And that's another situation where like that price they gave is based on what they think they can sell it for then, because the battery prices will go down and they'll be cheaper to build. Like if they built that truck now, it would be much more expensive than
That's
projected.
so funny.
Yeah.
Because
So I feel like it's the same kind of situation.
So this executive Hiroki Todoki said, first we must absolutely control the labor and labor cost, the personnel cost. It must be controlled, and that leads to what should be recognized as a cost. I feel like that's like very much like they're trying to figure out like what can they charge this at this time during production and labor.
I think that's. I mean, this is all conjecture. I don't know his brain, obviously, but
No.
this sounds like jargon to me, or like finding an excuse that
As to
sounds
why they haven't
right,
done
because
the
like
announcement.
this is their literal business is to create these consoles and design this stuff. He knows exactly what the labor cost is, the
But
material
here's
cost.
the thing. Here's the thing about a console, if I can interject.
Yeah, do it.
I think that the money for a console is not made on the console. It's made on the commitment of the consumer buying games for you. So Sony and PS4 need to come out with a price that entices people to commit to that forever. Consider that. So that's why the $500 price point killed the Xbox, is because you now have like unless you're Felix, you don't have two consoles. You pick one. So that's what they're trying to fight on. They're trying to fight for that initial crave. So they don't want to be whoever puts up the price first. The second one's gonna.
Well, I'm definitely
Beat it.
I know.
I may have two consoles over there.
Yeah.
But when these fucking things come out, I'm buying the cheaper one.
And everyone will probably go that route. Because,
but also, Felix, here's the thing, and this is the thing that Microsoft is positioning itself for, is they're setting themselves up as a service company for the next generation. And they've been doing this with Game Pass. They've been doing it with the rumored different SKUs of the new console. because I think for the most part, what Phil Spencer has said already was there will be no game locked on the Series X that you won't be able to play on your current Xbox. It'll scale. Like you will buy the Xbox One version of your game of Halo, the new Halo, or you'll buy the other version of the Halo for the Series X. Then the quality will scale across the hardware.
But does it scale from down up?
It will. No, it'll be.
All my old Xbox 360 games will look awesome on the Xbox or X series or Series X.
No, you won't get that bump up.
Okay.
You'll get like Halo Infinite will be the quality at which the console that you purchase it on. Gotcha. You're not going to get like a 360 game looking
that's
fresh, right? Like you're going to get like they're going to any game they release on the Series X will be playable on the other old consoles, the Xbox One X and One.
Yeah, like
more or less. They're going to be more of a service.
I'll be able to play. You're saying original Xbox or no?
No, the one you got here, the one.
And when you say service, is it a monthly?
Game Pass is, yes.
And is that required or is that something you can get?
It's optional.
Optional.
And here's the thing: they also offer these games on PC.
But isn't it now?
You can play them on
Game
PC?
Pass is now
Yes.
tied into the
whole Microsoft ecosystem. Yeah.
No, but Game Pass is tied into the playing on live, right?
No.
They're not.
They're
No.
separate services.
But you can buy a package. I'm paying for a package that has them together.
Then yeah. So I have a feeling when the Series X comes out and they go into more detail about it, they're going to announce they're gonna try and bundle these things as much as possible and make it all uniform for you, so it's less confusing because that'll be ideal.
180 a year. I mean, both companies it's the same. It's 180 a year.
So yeah, like for example, I'm subscribed to Game Pass right now, and this month they announced Final Fantasy 15 is coming out for it, and they're giving you all these new, fresher games, and they're giving it to you on Xbox and PC. So the hardware is going to be tertiary to whatever they're doing, right? It's going to be like if you want to play in your living room with the best quality, boom, there's your box. You don't? That's fine. You can still buy our games, subscribe to our service, right? But with Sony, it's a little bit different because they rely more on their hardware.
And the exclusives that they have.
And the exclusives, absolutely.
And that's what we were talking about before the stream got started. MLB is not coming to Xbox until when?
I want to say 2022.
Yeah.
I want to say 2022.
And I didn't even realize until you pointed that out that it's not on Xbox.
Nowhere else.
That's crazy.
Baseball doesn't
So
exist.
you've been playing 19.
I'm playing 19.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. It's only $16.
Dude, I bought.
And in like 4 days, it'll probably be like.
Dude,
30 cents.
I bought
Exactly.
19. I think it was like 12 when I bought it.
What? It's $4 more now. No, I'm kidding.
They got you.
Scam, bro.
I'm buying that and 76 because they're both. I can get both
Fine.
games for under $30.
Dude,
total.
I'm not even kidding.
I'll play with you.
I'll
in the mornings.
introduce you to my buddy I play with.
I'm into it.
Another thing Sony related that came out this week was they sent out surveys to a bunch of people asking, would you like to see remote play on a Nintendo Switch? Just asking questions.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people make a big deal about this.
Don't think it's going to
I
happen?
think it's a thing that they're.
But I think they're gauging the environment
Of course.
in certain ways.
But this is not
Yeah.
new. It's not new to like gauge people's interest in their
things,
ability
no.
to do
I
something.
I
on
thought
a
it was
different platform.
interesting. I think it's interesting that they're doing this now before their console launch, almost just being like they're testing the water. They want to see where they can.
When you say remote play, you mean like play it here and see it there? Is that what you mean by remote play? Or
By remote play, I mean like literally, I can turn
Like
my console on from here.
Yeah, as if
and
you could
connect
go
to it.
onto
and
the
play.
Switch store, download the PS4 Remote Play app, log into your PSN account,
Turns
play,
on your
see,
PS4.
control all of that.
Yeah.
I think there is absolutely a future for that. I don't think it's coming anytime soon. I don't think they're even necessarily developing it. They could be, but even if they are developing it, it's nothing ready to go right now. But with how open Nintendo is and how much more open they are than we thought they'd be with their console, they've learned kind of that they can't lock their shit down 1,000%. They need more third-party support. And if Sony was to be on board with more third-party support, that would help them a lot. And people would buy Switches literally just to play remote play on their PS4. Like literally,
So you're saying
people would move entire
they'd help-
consoles.
Yeah.
It'd be a smart move for Nintendo. I think it's less likely on Sony's
You
side.
still need the PS hardware
Yeah, I know.
to play. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying it would move Switches in addition to that because people
Yeah.
would want that remote ability. But Sony is the one that's been traditionally more locked down in terms of their ecosystem.
Right.
Nintendo's been locked down with letting developers onto their platforms, but they're done with that now. Obviously, everything is on the Switch.
Everything.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
But Sony was notoriously kept like crossplay locked down for a lot of games that other developers, including Microsoft, were open
Yeah, they did.
for. Like Sony does not like
They
people
were
playing
strong-armed into like
in
opening it.
their backyard.
Well, and I think it was definitely reversed last generation because Final Fantasy 14 was launched with crossplay, which was cool. But then they became the industry leader, and then that's when you change your heart, right? So I'd be really interested to think about like if Microsoft got its legs back underneath it and stood up. Would they revert back? Because like right now, Microsoft's killing it. I think they don't have exclusives, but they're making smart
They're
business
doing the right
moves,
things,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Just to try and get people happy with them.
State of Decay 2, bro.
That's the sweetest exclusive.
That's the best exclusive, bro.
It's like, why didn't you just throw that game out of here?
That's a Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah, but
It is. It's on PC too.
wasn't a good decision to put that game out.
Could have cooked a little bit more.
Could have cooked it a little bit longer.